Coming up, the Rams and 49ers are set to square off. San Francisco swept LA for the second straight season and looks for their 9th win in their last 12 meetings. It's NFC West football next on Monday night.
Stafford on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Personal foul.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Tyler Higbee. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, give me a few more touches. He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
11.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
And this is not something they want to see. George Kittle, such an important piece to the puzzle, is still down here. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And Gold is able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 78 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a first down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
On first down, it's Stafford.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Stafford on 3rd down. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the 2nd half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, a former Golden Bear from nearby Cal, Deshaun Jackson. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford, open man, Higbee, the tight end.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
It's a gain of 4 there that gives them a new set of downs. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and Woods has it complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. A quick pass to Kupp. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 50, Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Stafford now to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing is Stafford. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Play action. Stafford.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Throwing on third down. Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo now, first down throw.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Garoppolo looks to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
11.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
He's got a man complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one at 62 yards in the air. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A. Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the guard, David Edwards.
Still 1st down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 11 now. Now Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now it's Stafford. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
second down. Here's Mostert again.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more.
How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him running on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He finds his man, complete. It's Woods.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and
2. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Back to throw. Stafford. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Back now here in Santa Clara. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson, his 2nd sack of the night. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down now, Akers. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing is Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
To throw again on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's got Ayuk on the sideline. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Now it's Stafford. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Stafford. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Now Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Garoppolo to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you
is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't